Procurement management is a major concern for every organization. This video provides information regarding the main procurement stages. It also explains the workflow details of procurement module and its tightly coupled integration with other features and functionalities. Departmental dependency, key process areas, and working details relevant to various departments are also explained within this video. AVEEROS offers a wide range of functional modules for enterprise management such as Accounts and Finance Department, Production and Manufacturing Department, Store Department, Commercial Department, Quality Control Department, Customer Relations Management Department, Payroll Department, Engineering Department, Sales Department, and Operations Department. This demo is specifically created for exploring the procurement workflows. Therefore, we will only be focusing on interdepartmental working of 4 departments, namely Store Department, Commercial Department, Quality Control, and Accounts and Finance Department. Procurement processing basically comprises of 6 steps. First step is requisition processing. Requisition is a request for goods or services made by an employee to a person or a department within a company. The second step is purchase processing. The purchase processing is formal process that needs to be followed within an organization as per the company's policies. The third step is purchased material receiving. The name is quite elaborative itself. The fourth step is ensuring quality of received goods as per the defined company standards. The fifth step is the invoice processing, which involves the generation of an invoice. And the sixth step is financial processing, which involves clearance of invoice using the finance module. Before we shift to the software screens, let's have a bird's eye view of the procurement processing details from a high-level diagram. Let's assume that the storage department needs some material for production purposes, so the first step naturally would be to raise a requisition. The requisition is forwarded to the procurement or commercial department for processing. If the value of the procurement is less, it will be handled through the usage of petty cash. However, we will not be covering this scenario, as in this demo we are trying to cover only the primary scenario. In our scenario, we are assuming that we are purchasing raw material, thus PR procedure will be adopted. First step is to see if the requisition request is valid or not. If it's valid, then the department will formally approve the request for further working. Next step is to invite vendors to submit their quotations. System also maintains the complete details of approved vendors. Every quotation detail is also stored in the system. The company's official approves the purchase from the selected vendor and generates the purchase order. The generated purchase order is subjected to a formal approval before further processing. After receiving the material, the store passes the material to Quality Control Department for inspection. If the inspection passes, the material is shifted to the store and the financial journal entry is also automatically generated along with the invoice, hence completing the complete procurement cycle. However, if the inspection fails, a module called the return to vendor comes into action. It sees if the material is returnable or claimable, and relative workflows execution starts. As mentioned earlier, I will not be going into detail of the secondary scenarios in this demo. Before we start the actual demo, I would like to show you the basic dashboards within the software. This is the main dashboard of the software. As you can see, the system is browser based and is available on all major devices. The system is very user friendly. It shows the logged in user details on the top right hand side of the screen, as you can see over here. On the left, you can see a welcome message and the last login date. Below this is a list of current activities, including intimations or alerts from other departments. Whenever a user logs onto the system, he or she knows the tasks assigned to him. The area in the middle, as you can see over here, displays the indicators which shows the status of activities assigned to the user. The graphs, as you can see on the right hand side, provide graphical information regarding different processes taking place throughout the system. Now we will move towards the software screens. I will be showing you the execution of the workflow discussed earlier. So as you can see, this is the login screen of the software. We will assume that the store department will raise a requisition. The store department manager's username is store. Once the store manager enters his credentials and presses the login button, he will be taken to his personalized dashboard. This is his personalized dashboard. On it, you can see his current indicators, current activities, and on the left hand side, there is a comprehensive navigation bar. The store manager can perform many tasks from this navigation bar. But at this point of time, he will raise just a purchase requisition by clicking on the Generate Purchase Requisition button. So this is the Generate Purchase Requisition form. In this form, you can see that the date is already populated by the system, and the purchase requisition number is also populated by the system automatically. And this is the department from which the requisition is being sent. In our case, it is the store department, and this is the department to which the requisition is being sent to. In our case, it is the commercial department. The priority for the requisition can be set either urgent or normal, and the vendor type can be set, which would either be coded or non-coded. Coded vendors are the vendors which have been entered in the accounts payable module of the software, and the non-coded ones are the ones whose information is not entered in the accounts payable module by the user. Then you can enter the reference number and also the reason for purchase. In our case, the reason of purchase would be that we want to create a batch of 100 mayo chicken sandwiches along with another 100 mayo chicken sandwiches to be sent. Then over here you can see that this is the purchase requisition. You can see that these are the names of the raw material items needed to create the batch of the mayo chicken sandwiches. We need eggs, chicken, bread, and mayonnaise. And then these are the units of these raw material items and the required date, the date on which we required these items, the quantity required of each raw material item, the estimated rate of each raw material item, and ultimately the estimated total value of the raw material items. And this is the grand total of the entire purchase requisition, which in our case is 14,700. Once I click on the submit button, the purchase requisition will be raised. And once I click on yes, I am sure button, the purchase requisition will be sent. Now the request will be forwarded to the commercial department, as the commercial manager has to approve the requisition in order for it to be processed further. So now I will log out from the store manager, user ID. Now we will log in as the commercial manager. The name of the commercial manager in this case is COMM. Once he enters his credentials and presses the login button, he will be taken to his personalized dashboard. On his dashboard, he can see that the current activities tab is showing a pending purchase requisition. Once he clicks on that, he will see that the intimation is from the store department. Once he clicks on the purchase requisition number, he will be taken on the purchase requisition detail form. Over here, the commercial manager will verify all the details of the raw material items asked from the store manager. Once he's verified all the details, he will have three options: either to edit the purchase requisition, approve for standard purchase, or approve for petty cash purchase. As we discussed earlier in the workflow diagram, we will be opting for making a standard purchase. When he will click on the standard purchase button, he will be prompted with a message asking whether he is sure to proceed further. Once he clicks on yes, the requisition gets processed. Now the commercial department will be inviting quotations against the purchase requisition, so the user will navigate to the dashboard to see the intimation for QCS, also known as the quotation comparison sheet. So we will navigate on the dashboard, and over here you can see that the intimation is showing regarding the quotation comparison sheet. Once the commercial manager clicks on the purchase requisition number, he will be navigated to the generate QCS or quotation comparison sheet, where he can enter the remarks and details of different vendors. In our case, vendor 1 is being chosen, and vendor number 1 is Universal Traders. All the information of Universal Traders vendor is being shown over here, including his tax type, tax percentage, valid till date, delivery date, payment type in our case, which is PO, which means purchase order, payment terms, which is due in 30 days in our case. And if there's any other information that is to be uploaded, it can be scanned and uploaded by using this button. And more than one vendors can be added, up to 5 vendors can be added, but in our case we're only using one vendor. And once the process is complete, upon clicking the submit button, the process for QCS will be completed. Once I press the yes, I am sure button, the process will be complete for generating purchase order document. In order to do that, I will go back to the dashboard of the commercial manager, and over here you can see that an intimation is being shown, which is approve quotation comparison sheet. Once I click on the quotation comparison sheet number, we will be navigated to the QCS detail form. After reviewing and verifying the details, the user can either edit or approve the QCS. Once the user presses the approve button, there will be a prompt message. Once he clicks on the yes, I am sure button, the QCS will be approved. After QCS approval, the next step is generation of the purchase order. Now we will navigate back to the dashboard, and over here you can see that there is an approved quotation comparison sheet which is waiting for a purchase order. So once the QC is approved, it's ready for being translated into a purchase order, and you can see that its intimation is right over here from the store department. And once we click on the QCS number over here, we will be navigated to the generate purchase order form. Over here you can see that these details are being showed: the purchase order number, the purchase order date. And if you want to backtrack to the purchase requisition form, you can click on this hyperlink and you will be taken to the purchase requisition detail form as shown before. And if you want to navigate back to the quotation comparison sheet form, you can click on this hyperlink and you will be taken to that form as seen before. Then you will have to choose whether the purchase order type is a local or an import. In our case, it is a local purchase order. Once all the information has been verified, the user will click on the generate purchase order, and after clicking on yes, I am sure, the purchase order will be generated successfully, as you can see over here. Once the purchase order has been generated, it has to be approved. So for that, we will go back to the dashboard. Here we are again on the dashboard, and over here you can see that there is a purchase order raised by the departments which is waiting for approval. So we will click on the purchase order number, and once we verified all the information, including all the raw material types and their dates and rates and values and quantity received, we will click on the approve button. And once I click on the yes, I am sure button, the purchase order will be successfully generated and approved. Now it's time to see if the material has been received by the store or not. So we are assuming that we have received the material in the store department. Now the store manager will log in and enter his credentials, and as a result he will be navigated to his dashboard. So as you can see, we've entered the credentials, and once we log in, he will be navigated to the dashboard, and on his dashboard he can see that there is an intimation in the current activities section, which tells us that there is an intimation from the store department whose status is pending. So once we click on the PO or the purchase order number, we will navigate it to the purchase order details form. Over here, the store manager will verify all the details of all the raw material items. And over here you can see that the quantity received is currently 0 because we haven't received any item, and the remaining quantity to be received is 200. So when we will receive 200 eggs, this quantity received will be populated over here, and it will show that 200 eggs have been received. So in order to create the purchase order, you have to select the raw material items for which you have to create the purchase order. Once you selected all the items, you will click on the generate MRR button, and once you click on this, you will be navigated to the generate material receiving report screen. Over here you can see that all the details have been populated, including the MRR number, MRR date, PO number, the division, the project name, and the EP number over here, which we have entered. And now all the details of the raw material items will be populated by the store manager. So this particular video is basically to show you the demo. So our team has basically entered all the details, so in order to save the time of the demo video. So after putting in all the details and the quantity and the batch number and the expiry date of all the items, we can also add 3 more rows if we have different batches for the same item. And once all the details have been entered, the store manager will click on the submit button, and once I click on the yes, I am sure button, you can see that the MRR is successfully generated and a document number is also assigned to this MRR. After the material is received, a request gets forwarded to the quality control department for the inspection of the material received. So in order to see the request, we will log in as the quality control manager. And you can see that the quality control manager's credentials are QC with his password. And once he enters his credentials and presses login, he will be navigated to his personalized dashboard. And over here you can see that there is an intimation in the current activities section with the supplier's name Universal Traders that we just generated a few moments ago. And when the quality control manager clicks on the MRR number, he is navigated to the generate raw material analysis report. And here all the partial and complete deliveries are shown to him. He can either pass or fail the transaction based on the quality control test. That can be done from this drop down menu for each batch of materials received. And you can see that all the deliveries are here. And in our case, we are assuming that the quality control manager has passed all the quality control tests, and as a result you can see that the raw material testing sheet is generated successfully when we press on the submit button and press on the yes I am sure button. So you can see that the generate raw material analysis report is successfully generated and a document number is assigned to it, which is 21/4/001. So we are working in an ideal scenario, so all the items have passed the quality tests. In case an item fails the quality test control, the relevant process applies, which in this case is return to vendor. Return to vendor module sees if an item is returnable, claimable, or of any other type, and depending upon that particular type, a workflow would start its own course. So let's assume that all the items have passed the quality control tests. Now the transaction would be reflected to the accounts and finance department. So you can see that every department is shown an intimation automatically. So in the same way, the accounts and finance manager will also be shown an intimation. So now we'll log in from the accounts and finance manager's credentials. And as you can see, we just logged in. And now we're at the accounts manager's dashboard. And over here, you can see under the current activities, there's an intimation under the transfer rate of local material tab. And for imported materials, there is a completely different process, but right now we are dealing in local material. So when I will click on the MRR number, you will be navigated to the material receiving report. Over here, all the details are given. And in order to save the time, we and our team populated all the data, including the rate and the total value of the raw material items. And in the material receiving report, all the other details are also there, including the MRR number, PO number, batch number, etc. And once all the details have been verified, the accounts manager will click on the update button, and as a result, the MRR items will be updated successfully. So once the MRR items are updated successfully, we will go back on the dashboard. And as you can see on the dashboard, there's another intimation in the general ledger entries tab. And once I click on the MRR number of this intimation, you will be navigated to the material receiving report details form again. But now this time the difference is that there is a generate voucher button and a generate GL entry button. So when the manager is done, he has the provision of either creating the invoice or creating the voucher on the click of a button, or to generate a GL entry within the accounting system, the details of which we will be discussing in a separate video. So this basically concludes our procurement process. You have seen that it's very easy to operate AVEEROS, unlike other ERPs. Furthermore, the software also provides operational standards to improve organizational efficiencies. If you have any queries or would require any other information, you can contact us from our website, which is www.aveeros.com, and we will be very happy to guide you further. Thank you very much.